friends, and welcome back to the Called to Lead podcast. So, if you have been listening to the past several episodes, you know that we are in the middle of rolling out our exclusive Replicate Your Results course. And we only have a few more days of enrollment. And if you've been listening, it's likely that you might have some questions. And so, we wanted to take the time today, Sarah and I, to tackle some of the questions that might help you know whether this could be the answer that you're looking for to grow your business from where you are. So, if you've been feeling stuck in your business or feeling burned out, overwhelmed, or if you're actually doing great in your business, but nobody else seems to be wanting to join you in your journey from your team, my friends, Replicate Your Results could be the answer. And we're going to be tackling all the questions that you might be thinking right now in today's episode. So, again, if you are interested in all the details on Replicate Your Results, you can go to replicateyourresults.com and enroll between now and November 23rd at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And if you are listening to this after that date and time, I'm so sorry that we missed you, but we are starting the live coaching portion of this program on Monday, November 28th. So we want to make sure that everybody has time to get settled in, especially with the craziness of the holidays. And so if you're listening to this after the fact and you've stumbled upon this podcast, welcome. Definitely head over to replicateyourresults.com and you can join the waiting list for when we roll this out again. Or you can go to dolessearnmore.com to watch a free workshop where we will help you break down the biggest things that might be holding you back from your business. So, can't wait to see you in the course if you're listening to this and still able to enroll, and can't wait to dive into some of these questions today. Are you dreaming of making a long-term income and impact beyond your own efforts, but feel like you're struggling to replicate your results? I'm Heather, a former burned out boutique owner turned top network marketing leader, and I've learned the hard way that you don't have to do all the things all on your own. Now, my passion is helping social sellers scale their business by choosing faith over fear and using simple, duplicatable systems without having to sell your soul to social media. I'm so excited to share with you simple tips, tricks, and tools to help you take your business to the next level. In each episode, I'll share faith-focused wisdom, proven systems that your team can duplicate, and inspiring stories from other leaders who have been right where you are today. Are you ready to grow your team, find joy and fulfillment, and feel free? Break out your favorite pen and notebook, and let's dive in. Hey guys, so Sarah and I are going to be tackling some real questions that we have been getting about our Replicate Your Results framework. So we've gotten a lot of emails, some private messages, and just hearing around the bend that some of you guys are curious if this is for you. And so it's our goal today in this episode to help you answer some of these questions. So Sarah, thanks for being back with me today.
Of course, I'm always excited to be on your podcast.
Yay. Well, we are so excited about this course, and these are fabulous questions that we know will help you decide if this is the right investment in both your time and your money. So let's dive in, shall we? So the first question, and this is a really, really great question. And to be honest, kind of what we based the entire thing around, but this was a question we received, and that is I am seeing results in my personal business. Will this work for me? Meaning, I am selling really well. I have enrolled team members, but they aren't seeing the results that I'm seeing, or not many of them have gone past that very first rank. Not many of them are getting paid at a leadership rank or higher, but I am, and I have. And I want to know if this is going to work for me. So, Sarah, what do you say to that question?
I would say absolutely. It's actually who the course was designed for, like Heather said. And we thought very carefully about what we were going to name this program. And as you all know, it's called Replicate Your Results. And so the reason we named it that is because the gal that's going to get the most out of this experience is the person that is already seeing personal results in her business. So this course will allow you to kind of pour some gasoline on your own results and help you to be able to teach it to your teams and help the results trickle down and empower your team to start selling better, to start recruiting more, and to start teaching them how to help their new teammates be able to rank and be successful as well. So if you are personally seeing results, your team isn't, then you should definitely consider joining us because you'll learn all the strategies, systems, and tools to help you be able to achieve the results that you've been wanting.
Yes, I totally agree. And so if you are thinking this in your head, 100%, yes, this is why we made the course because we have been there ourselves and we have seen it and continue to see it for our team. But instead of just keeping it tied to our team, we wanted to be able to bring this to anyone that wants it. So I think this is a great question. And a similar question that is slightly different is for someone who actually hasn't built a team yet, but they have had results in serving their customers. They're passionate about their product. They love sharing. They've maybe been in the business for a minute, but it hasn't resulted in a team yet. But they know that, the question they want to know is, will this help me build my team? So I'll kind of take that, Sarah, since you took the last one, and the answer is yes. So the good news is you've got the kind of first foundational element of creating some momentum for yourself personally, but likely there are some conversations and connections and some strategies that you aren't implementing in your business to be able to bring people on board with you. And you might not have the systems set up for your personal business yet, let alone you might not even have a clue what to do when and if someone does enroll with you. And so in Replicate Your Results, that is our goal, is to help you, really kind of streamline the systems for your personal business and kind of identify what is working and maybe how you can even better manage your time and work smarter, not harder. But the best part is everything that you're going to be doing is exactly what you're going to be showing your future team so that you can have confidence in not only you can have success with this, but that the people that decide to enroll with you can have success as well. Because once again, that's the entire purpose of our course. So definitely, if you have not built a team, but you have that desire to hit the highest ranks of your company, yes, we will absolutely work you through this. But you do have to have that desire for sure. So actually, and that kind of leads into a question, Sarah, that I'd love to for you to address because actually I said this to you when I first joined your team, which is I don't want to build a team. I just want to sell lots of products, lots of my own personal sales. Will you teach me how to do that?
So this is kind of a interesting question because it's kind of a yes and a kind of a no. It's yes because we're going to absolutely teach you how to sell more of your product and teach you some strategies and some things that maybe you haven't thought of implementing into your business yet. We truly do believe that you've got to, you know, basically practice what you preach, and if you want your team to do something, then you better be doing it too. So we do think upping your personal business is always a good idea. However, if you have no desire to build a team whatsoever, then Replicate Your Results is probably not the right program for you right now. We really are going to be focusing on building your team, building leadership skills, and then instilling those leadership skills into the team members that you have that want to also build with you. So if you have no desire to build a team, I would say at this time, probably not a good fit. But if you want to up your personal sales game and build a team, then this is going to be a perfect fit.
Great answer. And I think I might add because this was exactly the way I felt at the beginning. And it wasn't until I could see the bigger picture and bigger vision of what a true passive residual income could look like through building a team, coupled with the fact that once I actually started putting my focus and energy on that and started seeing others have results besides just me, that then became my very favorite part of my business and by far the most fulfilling aspect of my business. So I might, if you're thinking and have this question, I might ask you a question, which is, are you feeling burned out? Are you feeling exhausted by trying to sell a ton of your makeup and, or sell a ton of your product? And if so, or if not, then yeah, this probably isn't right for you. If you are loving being, say, an online influencer and treating your product more like an affiliate program where you just have people click your link and you're totally fine with that, that's amazing. And that is probably about 1% less than of people. But if that is you, that's fine. And this course might not be for you. There might be somebody who has joined your team, a leader who maybe has hit the ranks that this could be perfect for. But my question again to you is, how are you feeling about that with all of your results coming from your own personal energy and effort? Because I had to learn that the most beautiful aspect of the business model that we're in of network marketing is the way that you can truly win is by helping other people win. I think Zig Ziglar said that. I probably butchered the quote, but it's so true. And it's far better than the money and the income that can come from this. It's the fulfillment that comes from that. And absolutely, we can show you how to do that if you're in a place. So, great question. Here's one that I want to ask. So, I have been running my network marketing business for years and it's just not growing. I've done all the things. I've, been in this game, for years, but it just nothing's really working. Will this work for me?
Dun dun dun. Well, this is an interesting question as well, because obviously the person that is asking this question is is either doing something or not doing something to get the current result. Like their current reality is a product of their thoughts and their actions. And so for this person, I would say if you're coachable, you're willing to get out of your comfort zone and you're willing to do things differently than you've done in the past, and you follow, the modules, and you dig in and you commit to spending the time with us and doing the homework, I believe you'll get different results than you've seen in the past. I don't know, Heather. How would you answer this question? It's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, if you aren't happy with where you are, I think it's really important to evaluate what are you doing? How are you spending your time? If it's not effective for you, then it likely isn't going to be effective for someone else. But is there a way that you can be more effective in your personal business? And the coolest part about us opening up this beyond our team is the strategies and the things that we're going to teach and replicate your results will likely be totally new to you because even though these are industry principles and things that we've learned from some of the top network marketing coaches in the industry, we're kind of compiling them into an easy to follow framework and a roadmap, if you will, for what we've seen to be most effective in the current environment of direct sales and network marketing. And so you might feel inspired, like Sarah said, to actually try something different because the same strategies that you've been trying to implement likely aren't going to be the ones to get you moving forward in your business. And it's our goal to show you the things that will. So, yes, I would say it would be worth your investment if you want to grow from where you are and you are, like Sarah said, kind of open minded and coachable to maybe trying things in a different way. It's a great question. Okay, so let's look at another one. So, here's a good one. So, I'm already making $100,000 a year for my business. I have reached a high rank in my business, but I might be interested in scaling even more. Is this right for me? What would you say to that, Sarah?
I would say absolutely it could be a wonderful fit for you. I'm thinking of several different gals on our team that fit this question well. And, they did do the work this summer. We ran this program with just our teams internally, and they saw wonderful results in their business. And I think that, anybody that's at that level and wants to scale even more, they're going to have to find the support and a framework to be able to teach whatever they've done to their teams so that they can continue to scale and get the results that they want. So I would say yes. And, there's always going to be some nuggets and some things that you'll gain, um, as a leader. But I think really the most valuable part is they're going to be able to teach what they're learning to their teams and have their results replicate. Hence the name of our course.
Yes, I love this question. And if you were able to watch our free workshop that we did, the Do Less, Earn More workshop, which you can go to dolessearnmore.com and get that free replay to take the little quiz to find the biggest thing holding you back. And if you're asking this question, you might be an eagle, which was one of the answers that we talked about, meaning you have experienced some of the freedom in your business. But the coolest part about this question is you, like Sarah and I, who are also both eagles and have, are in this place in our business. Our desire right now isn't to build our own business. It's to help other people build their businesses. That's our driving passion and our mission. And we genuinely feel like we can do that. And so the cool thing is it sounds like we're aligned in that mission together. And so I absolutely, I mean, certainly if you are in this and you feel like your plate is full and you're not really looking for those strategies that you could scale with your team, then this might not be for you. But if you have that desire like we do, you might learn the things that you could then take back to your team, which kind of ties into our next question, which is how should I leverage this with my team? Because you know you're all in. You've either already enrolled in the course and you're like, let me do this, but how can I leverage this to build up other leaders? Or again, maybe you are an eagle looking to build more eagles on your team. So I would love to answer this question because I'm doing this with my team, with my current team, because Sarah and I are still super passionate about our company and our business. And I still have lots of amazing leaders that I know this will work for on my very own team. And so I have invited them to be a part of a small group. There's about 10 of us that are going to be in a group on Telegram. That's the communication platform we use, where we will watch the trainings. Of course, I'll be on it, but they'll watch the trainings each week when we drop them live on Mondays. And then we will hop on for a 30-minute call where we share some wins, some roadblocks. We hold each other accountable to doing the actions, myself included, that Sarah and I teach in this framework. And what's really cool is it will create a community of like-minded people who are striving for the same goals in their business. And it will help them learn and grow together. So we've seen this time and time again. And absolutely, if you are doing this program, we invite you to do it with your leaders and invite them to come along that journey with you. So would you add anything to that?
I think that's perfect. I think you answered it really well. And yeah, I'm basically doing the same thing that Heather described. There's going to be a small group of, me and my up and coming gals, that will be doing this together. And then a bunch of my other leaders are already leveraging it. So it's kind of the perfect way to get everybody on the same page and, to do this together. So I'm excited.
Me too. Oh, and one little fact I wanted to mention with this, if you are making some great money in your business, and actually this wasn't necessarily a question of that was on our list, but maybe I'll go ahead and address it, is the financial aspect, because it is not an inexpensive investment, of course. But if you are making great money in your business, it is a tax deduction that we feel very confident will bring you a return on your investment. However, having said that, if you aren't, and maybe that's the question, it's not on our list, is I'm not or haven't made money in my business. Is this investing in this course going to be what helps me to create that first part of my income? And if you are asking the question, or you don't have the money, or you have to go into debt to do this course, I would say that this is not the right course for you. This is meant to be that fuel on the fire of the results and income that you've already been making, to be a worthwhile investment. That's some of the things that I teach here on this podcast, is both starting from a place of profitability in your business and then scaling that profit through the actions and the results and the steps that we teach in the Replicate Your Results framework. So if you aren't quite there yet and you haven't made, say, about $5,000 to date in your business, then I would say set a goal for yourself. And once you have hit that benchmark, then you'll know that this is the right step. And hopefully this is something that we will do again in the future. So any thoughts on that, Sarah, on the money or the financial investment side of this?
Yeah, I will chime in and say the reason Heather threw out the number of $5,000, our course does not cost $5,000, but we do think that putting about 10% of your earnings back into your business as an investment in yourself, either self-development or learning these skills, is a good idea. So the course, this time is $497. So that's why Heather didn't just pull that number out of a hat. We think that number is a good number to reinvest into yourself. So yeah, I think that you answered beautifully.
Oh, good. Well, and we tackle this in a big way inside the course in one of the modules that's completely centered around your time and your money. So, this is definitely something, if you are like me and you want to be a good steward of the resources that you've been given, we will help you be able to do this in this course. So, that is a fabulous question that I'm glad we kind of touched on and addressed. So let's see the next one. So I love this question. I'm not naturally a leader. Is it really possible for somebody like me to actually motivate a team?
Well, I'll tackle this one. The answer to that question is yeah, of course. There's people winning at every level in our industry with every different type of personality. So I think the short answer is, even though you might not feel like you're naturally a leader, maybe your personality, you don't think, a lens to leadership. I would say if you have a desire to lead a team, that you can learn the skills that it will take to do that. So yes, the answer is yes. And we do teach, some of that inside of this course. So we would love to have you. But the first thing is you have to have the desire. And if you're asking that question, I think you do have the desire, and maybe you just, are doubting yourself a little bit. But our very first module is the identity and mindset module that I think will be very, very handy for you.
Yes, you said exactly what I was thinking is that we tackle that actually first. Because if you don't have that solid foundation based off of who you are and your story and what makes you actually a great leader, just being who you were made to be, then it is going to be really difficult for you to grow and scale and motivate others in this journey. And so we're going to absolutely help you tap into that right from the very beginning because it's one of the most important pieces. So I'm so glad that you asked this question. Okay, so here's a good question. So Sarah and I are again in a company right now that we love. It is a makeup related company, but we know we have a ton of you guys who are interested that are in everything from nutrition to health and wellness to jewelry to, oh my gosh, clothing. I'm trying to think of some of the registrations I've seen come through. So you might not be in a company like ours and you might be wondering, will the principles that you teach apply outside of a makeup company? So what do you say to that, Sarah?
Well, gosh, I sure hope so. Just kidding. Yes, the answer is yes. Most of what we teach has nothing to do with a specific product. Actually, in fact, when we taught this to our teams this summer, a lot of it had to do with our, specific company. But Heather and I have spent weeks and even months tailoring this to every company and product out there. So we're going to be teaching you principles that can be applied regardless if you're, in the fitness space, health and wellness, jewelry, clothing, like Heather mentioned. This will work for any product and any company.
Definitely. And again, if you are not in that place where you have a solid foundation and a passion for your product, then this might not be the course for you because we're not teaching you that. We're not, teaching you how to necessarily share more about your product or, the strategies behind that. We are sharing more a systems focus and more a structure and a foundational element that can help you scale regardless of what product you're selling. And we hope that the things that we teach are going to inspire you, whatever product that you sell, to be equipped to be able to sell more of it. So, again, the product, it does not matter. There are very few things, even as we taught it to our teams, that are relative to something like makeup. So, you're in safe hands. And like Sarah said, we've been very intentional about that because what we teach can apply no matter what company you're in. Absolutely. Okay, here's another good question. I'm brand new to network marketing. Is this for me?
I would say it depends. Probably not. But if you have a will to win, you want to build a big team, you have a big vision for yourself, and you just want to get out of the gate and get going, then great. But that's probably less than 1% of people that start in network marketing. So for most of you that are just brand new to network marketing, I would probably say I would wait for now. I would go to your mentor in your business and I would ask them to help you to come up with some goals and create a vision for yourself and then see how your business is going over the next 3 to 6 months. And if you hit your goals and you make enough money that would warrant an investment, like replicate your results, then we would gladly invite you in and think that it was a fantastic idea. But if you don't have a track record in network marketing, I would say go create a track record, for at least 3 to 6 months and then think about it again.
Yes, I agree completely. And I did want to touch on there are a couple of specific examples, again, that are going to be rare, but they might apply to you because they apply one to someone that we interviewed on the last episode, the panel chat that we did, Mackenzie. She was relatively new because, yeah, so I would ask you define new, brand new in your business. She was relatively new when she started this program, but she had hit the ground running. She was a runner herself and she was seeing those results. She had made that made back her investment and then some. And so she did have those foundational elements of her personal business. to implement the strategies that we teach, even though she was relatively new. And she absolutely took off and it was amazing. So that could be you. And if that is you, this could be perfect for you. And I actually have one of my new amazing leaders who's joined that I've invited to be a part of this program who's in a similar boat. She's more than made back her investment. She's selling really, really well. But I know that these strategies and the framework is the best way that I can teach her all of the things that I know will set her up for success in the future. And it's going to save her probably years of time of trying to learn these things the hard way. So if you're new and you have had that level of success and you are looking for that next layer, you know your product, you understand how to share it, you understand that personal aspect of your business, but you're like, how the heck am I supposed to build a team and, show other people how to do this? Absolutely, this can be for you. So definitely I love this question. And like Sarah said, the answer is it depends. So I hope that helps you if you're thinking this. Okay. So I think this is the last question, unless I'm forgetting something. And it's a good one. How much time do I need to dedicate to learning and implementing each week? So I think this is probably tied specifically to what you can expect actually with the course, how it's rolled out, how much time investment it is, because it's not just your money that you're investing, it's your time, right? So I think this is a fabulous question to wrap up. And Sarah, I'll let you start.
Okay, my pleasure. So, if you haven't already seen the schedule, we're going to be meeting for 1 hour for 6 weeks. We're going to do November 28th, December 5th, December 12th. And then we're going to take a 3 week break and pick back up in January and do the 9th, the 16th, and the 23rd. So you'll at least need to spend an hour to an hour and 15 minutes with us during those 6 modules. On top of that, we'll be doing homework each week. And you'll obviously need to be spending time working your businesses and things like that. So I would say overall, weekly is probably going to be a range of, working your business and then working on your homework, probably about 5 to, I don't know, 10 hours a week, I would say. But that includes working your personal business. That's just not, homework. Homework's probably going to take a couple hours a week, I would say. So that's probably pretty fair. However, the reason that we broke it up the way that we did is so that you can spend time with your family over the holidays. You can maybe, catch up a little bit during the holidays if you had some commitments in December, or you can just take that whole 3 week block off. But the cool thing about the time that you're going to spend with us is it's actually going to multiply your time. We're going to teach you things that are going to help you get a lot of your time back. So it's kind of a trick question, I feel like, but I hope that gives you an idea of about how much time you'll be spending to see the results that we're going to teach you.
Yes, that is a great, great answer. And if you go back again and listen to the results from some of the gals that did this summer with us from the last episode, the panel episode that I can make sure to link here, I can tell you, these are the girls, the ones that had results are the ones that did the action, that did the homework. And actually, one of them just told me this week that she's going back through and catching up on maybe some of the things that she didn't have a chance to do. Because again, these action steps and principles are timeless. They're things that you can either do again in your business. They're things that you can teach to your team to do. And so, absolutely, Sarah, it does take a time and effort. You do need to take the time to watch the modules, of course, and take the time to implement those actions into working your personal business and to serving your team throughout the week. So, it will take time. And again, we structured it very intentionally. And that's the reason why we have a deadline for you guys to join this first round of Replicate Your Results. So, depending on when you're listening to this, you might even be listening to this episode after the deadline has closed, and that is on midnight on November the 23rd, so the day before Thanksgiving. And that's very intentional again, because that's just a few days before we actually start the live trainings, where basically Sarah and I are going to be live coaching you together. And we get to kind of be a supplement to your mentor in your business and just an extra layer of that coaching and mentorship for you. And so definitely everything about this is intentional and designed to help you get back that time, especially during this crazy season of the holidays. So that is a really good question for that. Okay, one more thing I thought of, because if you are listening to this, you be on one of our teams, mine or Sarah's team. And yes, we do have a price point on this course that, as Sarah mentioned, it is $497. We do have an option to split that into 2 monthly payments for you, because we know that especially around this time, it can be that, things can be a little bit tight, right? But if you are a part of our downline, then we will not be charging you for this course. And that is not a pitch for you to join our teams in any way, shape, or form. We want you to thrive in your network marketing business. But at the same time, we want to be able to provide this for our teams at no cost. So if you're listening to this and you are on our teams or somewhere, somewhere in our organization, then you've already been granted that course. You can check by going to the Enroll Now button that's in the show notes and typing in the email that's associated with your back office, and you will already have access to this, which is a really good thing. So don't go join us just to get this, because again, I think it costs about around the same. We don't want you joining our teams to get this course. We want you to be successful in your business, regardless of what that is. But I did want to point that out, as I know some of you guys who are listening probably wondering that question. So, Sarah, anything you want to say about that before we wrap up?
I think that's it. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. We're excited for this first group. It's going to be a special group. I can feel it, and we can't wait. T minus just a couple of weeks.
Oh, I know. I'm so stinking excited, and I'm grateful for your time today. If you have a question and we haven't addressed or answered it, you could text me directly. My business cell number is 912-405-8912. And you can just say, "Hey, Heather, help me. I have this question." And I will respond back to you with the answer. And of course, we can stay in touch on all the things as well. You can also go to replicateyourresults.com. And there's a ton of info in there, including the answers to some of these questions as well. So head on over to Replicate Your Results if you want to dive in and enroll with us and learn more about it. So I am seriously so excited. Sarah, thanks for taking the time to hop on again with me today. Cannot wait to dive into this with you.
I loved it. All right. We'll see y'all soon.
Yay. Y'all have a great week. I'm so grateful for your time with me today. Feel free to check out heatherkburge.com for all the scoop on all the things. Also, I've got a huge favor. If you found any value from today's episode, would you mind leaving me a quick review? Or even better, share with a friend by clicking those 3 little dots at the bottom of your screen. Sending you big hugs.